Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Hazardous. And today we're going in the Gulf around Horseshoe Beach to do some inshore fishing. We need a little OFH in the GOM. Alright guys, we're out here in the Gulf today. First time for my dad and myself fishing. And we're here with Alan, who you guys remember from our offshore trip, catching wahoo and stuff.
Definitely.
So, first time for us, pretty cool. We're gonna see what we can catch, do some social distancing. We're fishing on Alan's boat today. It's a really cool boat. It can go in really shallow water. He was telling me if he trims it up right, he can get in like 3 or 4 inches of water or something. 6 inches, I mean, that's crazy to me to be able to cruise in that kind of shallow water. I'm used to our big offshore boats or even our bay boats, you know, if we're in the river. So we're out here and we go to some of the flats in the Gulf. Start the morning off, it's a little windy and we decided to throw some gold spoons. Gold spoons are really, cool baits to use. I've used them before for trolling for Spanish mackerel, really effective there. But it's also fun for casting. It's a great bait, especially if you're a beginner or you got kids or someone. Not a whole lot you gotta do to make it look alive, just reel it fast. He was saying, you can't really reel too fast. I mean, once the water temps get up like they were, the redfish can hunt it down just fine. Sometimes, I guess, when it's a little cold, they can be a little lethargic. But today, it wasn't an issue at all. So we were just casting and reeling. And all 3 of us were throwing a gold spoon. And it didn't take long for us to each get a redfish.
Fish on. There you go. Oh. There we go. Yeah.
These things are just gorgeous fish.
Yeah.
And it's real neat to see sometimes when they say it's when they eat like crab in their diet when it gets really blue on the tip.
Yeah.
But I just love that. And they're all unique. Everyone's got their own little unique spot. It's got like their fingerprint.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous goldfish.
Yeah. All right, so we're all one for one, or
Yeah.
one apiece on the redfish so far.
One apiece.
Do another drift. Pretty windy, but casting with the wind, drifting kind of with the wind, and we'll see what we do on this drift. All right, guys, switching over to a popping cork with a gulp shrimp, look like this. And a little bit clearer water, might be some trout around, so we'll see how this does. Yeah, it's hooked up. I got him.
Yeah, that's a nice fish here. Yeah, I haven't met this one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you earlier, man, I just love to catch fish.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter. They can be 2 ounces. Fish on.
There we go. Hooked up. Not huge or anything, but still good.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right. All right, guys, just got another nice redfish, about 24 inches on the popping cork. So going pretty good so far. It's a pretty fun fight on the light tackle. So we would make drifts. We'd just be on the flats. We'd kind of drift in the way the wind was pushing us, and then we'd kind of run out maybe about a mile and make another drift. After catching our redfish, we decided, hey, let's see if we can catch some trout. So we all switched to different jigs. I went to a popping cork with a Gulp shrimp on it. My dad had just a jig head with a Gulp little bait fish on it. Alan says white's a really good color to use out there. Now with the popping cork, make sure you adjust your leader on the cork because you want your shrimp just above the grass. And it's not very deep, I don't know, maybe a couple feet, depending on where you're at. So I haven't done a lot with the popping cork, but that too, like the gold spoon, is a pretty easy rig to work. You know, you put the cork on it, you got your bait on it, toss it out, and then you just pop it. Sometimes I pop it, I give it a second, and then you see that cork tip over and kind of click. Sometimes it'll be faster than others, and I just kind of watch it. And you gotta think your bait underwater, your shrimp, you know, when you jerk it, it's moving forward and up, and then it's kind of settling back down and clicking. And I was catching some trouts and reds on that setup. I used that the rest of the afternoon, and it was a lot of fun. Pretty simple to do and pretty effective too.
I think so. Oh, what's the matter? There you go, you got him. He's out. Oh. I was trying to get out of your way. That's a good fish there, Jeremy.
Nice.
Whoa, I think you won the...
There you go.
You might have the big one.
He's on the board.
One time it was actually pretty funny. Say funny. I threw out my popping jig, and I think in the cast, you know, when it was flipping through the air, the line kind of got tangled up under the cork. There's like that metal wire where the cork slides on. I hooked a fish on it, and I'm fighting the fish. Felt pretty good, and with it tangled, it broke off. Boom. So I lost my cork and my jig and everything. So, you know, we looked for it for a minute and was hoping it would pop up or something. We'd see that fish and go retrieve it. It's kind of like Jaws, right? You know, when they shoot the shark with that giant buoy and it's towing those buoys, kept waiting for it to pop up and be like, ah, there's the fish. It seemed like it was tangled. Like when I casted it, I don't know if it kind of wrapped, so I started reeling it in, and I seen him coming up behind me and grabbed it. Took off running, and I guess the tangle got up in the line and popped it. So is it gonna be like Jaws, all of a sudden the cork pops up? It was pretty cool. We put the drone up, and you could really see, you know, it's such clear water, not stuff we have on the east coast of Florida, you know, further up north. But over here it was just really beautiful. You could drift, you could see these fish. We hooked up a couple times, and you could see the redfish hitting and jumping. And it was just a pretty cool experience. Really nice fishery out there.
Yeah, that trout.
Yeah.
My second one of the day, that size. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a little trout. Oh, I can't believe you hit it.
Well, we're fishing throughout the rest of the evening, hit several spots. We even worked towards this island. And when we're over there, all of a sudden my dad's like, hey, I see your cork. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it just went underwater. So we're looking, all of a sudden we see it again. All right, guys, we found our redfish that had gotten off and taken our cork. We see the cork, so it's like Jaws. We just follow the barrels, right? So we're all casting out this fish, trying to hook them up. Finally, my dad casts, and I think he hooks the cork, you know, that whole rig, but he gets the fish, fights him, and we get the fish in the boat. Got him. Yeah.
He bit it though. No, he didn't. I had your cork.
Yeah.
Jeremy found his fish that was on a little popping cork, which was pretty interesting.
Got the cork back.
And the fish. Keep your fish.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to do without that $6 cork, man.
Yeah.
I was about to go get a loan.
Right, yeah.
So keep your eyes open when you're out there. If you lose a cork and you see it pop up, grab it, you may find a fish on it.
It's either Jaws or a trout or something like that.
Even at this age, you still got the eye of a tiger. You can see it straight across there.
There you go. Yeah, and watch that finger though, because they'll bite you.
They'll bite you, yeah.
Yeah.
big teeth on them trout, as you've seen earlier. The
Yeah.
2-buck teeth, they're heck on fingers. A little windy. I was kind of worried when we first came out. You know, it was rough, very choppy. I'm sure your teeth kind of can still feel the chop on the way out. Flat bottom boat, it's not the easiest to cut through, but it really turned out to be a gorgeous day. You know, the bite surprised me. We fished yesterday, didn't catch this much, so it really turned on. You know, the tide had cooperated. We came at a good time and had a stellar day of just catching fish.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Overall, it was a really fun time out in the water. We really appreciate Alan taking us out in the water and introducing us to a new area. Really like the Gulf over there. It's a really cool area. I can see why people love to fish there. Can't wait to try some maybe scalloping or some offshore fishing over there, just different things. But that inshore fishing, you know, is a blast over there. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video and learned some things. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.